Hello and welcome back to the Nexus Gaming Series. I am the Crushinator and I will be your host for tonight's matchup between UuuuuuuuU and the Wind Train. If you're coming in from Unaleska's stream, welcome. Hope you enjoy this matchup. Yuna's team is rearing and ready to go. It looks like our teams are getting pretty close to the lobby. Shui, I see your 10 squats. We're going to get you those during the opening draft. But for now, let's take it to the tail of the tape and let you know about tonight's matchup. UuuuuuuU coming in 2-0 to tonight's matchup, 4-1 on the map record. Best maps so far, Infernal Shrines and Alterac Pass. And some of the more successful heroes, 3-0 on Brightwing, 3-0 on Johanna, and 3-1 on Artanis. There for UuuuuuuU. The Wind Train coming in, 1 win and 1 loss so far, 2-3 on the map record. So far, undefeated on Volskaya Foundry and Infernal Shrines. And they've got a lot of 1-1 heroes right now. The ones that I chose to pick out, Mephisto, Lunara, and Blaze. Coming in there for the Wind Train. Take it over to the map screen, let you know the state of today's series. UuuuuuuU banning away Hanamura Temple and Volskaya Foundry. The Wind Train choosing to ban away Dragonshire and Braxis Holdout. And now the Wind Train will be taking us here to Towers of Doom for game number 1. Bolachiba, latest game reviews, Tireless Bro. Thank you all very much for the follows at the start of stream here. Looks like we are about ready to go. Take it back to me for just a moment as our teams are getting ready. Make sure they're all good to go. Maybe we can do our squats now. Let's get into it. Oh, Shui, RG, setting up for those squats. Sorry, buddy, I gotta do squats here. 10 squats. 1, 2, 3, 4. UuuuuuU for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and UuuuuuU for 10. There you go, Shui. Latest game reviews with the subscription as well. My goodness. Such love right off the bat here. Thank you very much for the tier 1 sub. Looks like the teams are ready to go. We've timed it just right. We're going to be getting in here to draft number 1 in just a quick moment. Alright, hit that go button. I'll hit the R one more time, and we'll be getting into game number 1. Woo! Get that water in. Hope you're all having an excellent evening. Ready for some killer Heroes of the Storm here. Just waiting on the go button and we can get things started. Hope you all had a good time over at Yuna's stream leading up to this match. Everything's good, everything's good. Alright, just double checking, make sure everything's there. Latest game reviews with the 100 bits as well. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Glad you're enjoying yourself over here today. Make sure everything's okay with the lobby. They gave me the readies. There we go. There we go. We're going to get into Towers of Doom for game number 1. Let's set up the stats and be ready to go here. Drink water has been redeemed by Shui. Don't mind if I do. Thank you for using those bananas. UuuuuuuU, thinking about their first ban here on Towers of Doom. Sometimes we think about something like Vikings or Abathur can do some funny business. But D.Va will be the first hero banned away here. D.Va's definitely come onto the scene very, very strong. ETC, absolutely still a top tank. Going to be taken away by the Wind Train. Clumsy coming in with the 69. Thank you very much for the bits. UuuuuuuuuU, thinking about their next ban here for Towers of Doom. You're thinking about stuff like Chromie still doing very well. It is going to be Whitemane banned away. Will not see the Cleric today, and a quick Ana ban coming out for the Wind Train. Lucky coming in with the follow as well. Hope you're enjoying yourself. Welcome to the show. Setting up for first pick. We'll see what UuuuuuuuU wants to focus on here. ETC and Ana already taken off the board. Chromie still available. We'll see whether it's going to be a Chromie for number one or if they've got something else in mind. There's a lot of strong picks available. It's going to be Alarak coming out for Coffee. Definitely a comfort pick there for Coffee. My stats are acting funny, so we're just going to go ahead and abandon that for now. The Wind Train, thinking about how they want to respond to this Alarak. They've got the double pick coming up here. Polga La Goat with the follow, thank you very much. Duck Rogers is going to be picking up May, and Alpharak is going to be playing that Mephisto. May has been kind of neglected at the highest levels of play, but she definitely still brings a whole lot of tank to the game. There's a lot of skill shots where other tanks don't exactly have them, but the zone control is absolutely there. Ooh, thinking about what they want to pair with this Alarak, it's going to be Hanzo for Big Bird, and Slexia is going to be playing the Brightwing. Hanzo going to be doing a whole lot of work in stalling out objectives, being able to poke from afar. Bashing Yetis with the follow. Thank you very much for supporting the channel. Next ban here for the Wind Train. Still no tank has been picked up, so they're going to go ahead and ban away the Garrosh. They've got their tank May, Garrosh, and ETC off the board. So we'll have to see what UuuuuuuU wants to focus on for their tank pickup. Thinking about their next ban, though, we see the May, we see the Mephisto. They've already got their healers, so we'll see whether they want to choke down on the healers. Deckard's still very, very strong. With this May setup, Stukov is also a possibility. We'll see what they're thinking here. They're thinking, oops, I forgot to ban the deep strategies coming out there from UuuuuuuU. It is going to be Stukov, played by Mia, and Dalzim is going to be picking up the Rainer. Hopefully we don't have a disconnect coming on through. Hopefully everyone's okay over on the side of UuuuuuU. So they're looking to round out this draft. They need their tank. They need their offlaner. But the Wind Train is still holding their pick. Pang is going to pick up the Johanna. Very, very solid front line, able to set things up for Alarak. And Unileska picking up the favored Artanis here on Towers of Doom. Artanis, not a well-known double soaker, but can definitely do some work versus Leoric in that offlane, harassing with that extra damage. Alrighty, the teams are set here. I'm double checking, make sure there's no big switches. Everyone's playing the same heroes. Fantastic. Alright, game number one, Towers of Doom. It's UuuuuuU versus the Wind Train. Let's see who picks up the first win of the series. Let's get into it. Alrighty, loading in here to game number one. Perfectly timed.
Prepare yourself.
On the left in the blue, it's UuuuuuU with Pang on the Johanna. Slexia is playing Brightwing. Big Bird on the Hanzo. Coffee playing Alarak. And Unileska on the Artanis. On the right in the red, we have the Wind Train with Alpharak playing Mephisto. Duck Rogers is on the May. Concept on the Leoric. Mia on the Stukov. And Dalzim on the Rainer.
5.
Here we go, game number 1, Towers of Doom.
1.
Let's see how we clash. Hanzo looking for those auto attacks on level 1 with the redemption pickup. No other questing talents to be found so far. So we'll see whether Hanzo can pick up any of those stacks on this mid clash. Big Bird looking for those autos onto Mei. Finds the 1, finds the 2. Team's going to be looking to clear these waves and start heading down to the bottom lane here. Leoric already heading up for the Wind Train. UuuuuuuuuuU to follow. And it looks like Big Bird still wants to find those auto attacks. 3 stacks on that redemption quest so far as the teams are going to move on down to the bottom lane. Big Bird staying inside that lightning ring of Mephisto, but now being pushed out by Dalzim. Has to use the agility to get over the wall. Coffee is on the chase. Duck Rogers popped out of that ice block. And now the fight will continue here. Johanna definitely going to help out with the wave clear, but Mei no slouch as well. Raynor going to have to be careful. Taken out. First blood goes over to UuuuuuuuU. Meanwhile, looks like Leoric is getting the better of the rotations between top and mid for now. UuuuuuuU picking up the Sapper Camp on the left-hand side. The Wind Train thinking about the right-hand side. Duck Rogers just keeping an eye on things for now. Looks like they're not starting it up just yet. Mephisto fading towards the middle lane here as Peng slowing down Mei. There's the pull in the silence as well as the polymorph. Duck Rogers has to use the icing to get on out of here. But they're a little bit late on this Sapper Camp. UuuuuuU's going to get a chance to push into the wall here. And they actually give up the camp. They're going to move around here. So the defense will have to come in from the Wind Train. Alpharak moves forward, trying to clear away those sappers. Duck Rogers putting some big damage onto Big Bird, but using the ninja agility to get away. The pull in the silence onto Mei is good, but Duck Rogers able to pop the trait and heal up. So some decent damage on the front wall there for UuuuuuU to start things off. Taking a look at the top lane matchup, it looks like both heroes still fairly high health here. Peng is going to rotate to the mid to try to ease some of that pressure off UuuuuuuU on these rotations. The rest of the Wind Train going to pick up that Sapper Camp finally. Rotation onto mid, Concept manages to wiggle away from the gank. Duck Rogers slowing the rotations with that Blizzard. Gets the stun onto Coffee in the backline. We're going to have the first triple altar phase coming out here for our two teams. It looks like UuuuuuU is a little ahead on the experience so far. Picking up that extra hero kill. Speaking of hero kills, Mei is pulled, silenced, and ganked there in the bottom lane, right ahead of these altars. Also ahead on the minion soak here is UuuuuuU. Artanis and Leoric going to trade in the top lane, so it looks like the bottom lane will be uncontested and uncharacteristically quiet. Opening round there with the gank onto the enemy tank. The Wind Train couldn't do a whole lot in the bottom lane, so it's going to be a 2-1 altar advantage for UuuuuuU to start things off. Peng rotating to the top lane, going to allow Yuna to try to get onto this top camp. Oh, they're thinking about it. Instead, Peng going to move on down. The rest of the Wind Train pushing in this bottom wave. Hanzo throwing out that Sonic Arrow. And Peng just trying to control those rotations, gets the dismount with the shield glare, and is going to start walking away. Big Bird at 10 quests, or 10 stacks out of 12 here. He's taking a lot of damage from Dalzim, manages to evade the Blizzard, and Peng is on the chase here. The Stukov silence will push back UuuuuuU for now. No, though, Dalzim is caught by Peng. The scatter arrow, not enough though. Dalzim will manage to get away with the help of Mia on that Stukov. The pull and silence onto Duck Rogers once again. Coffee is just making life very difficult for the Snow Princess. Checking back in, UuuuuuuU and Concept just sort of brawling away, not able to do a whole lot of damage to one another. Looks like we got a possible camp invade. Big Bird, managing to leap over the wall and avoid the gank. But taken down to about 15% health there. Camp is picked up by UuuuuuU, and they're looking for a counter engage. Hanzo just one stack off finishing that quest. We've got a double altar phase down here in the bottom lane. We'll see whether these offlaners are going to join or they're going to continue their quest for level 10. Looks like Concept is going to come on down. UuuuuuU is going to be 4v5 for the meantime. Big Bird is slowed by Duck Rogers, once again managing to jump over that wall. Raynor gets pulled and silenced, and the kill by Johanna. Duck Rogers is swapped into the back line. May could be next here, pops the ult to avoid the silence. But, oh, is the icing going to be enough? I think Duck Rogers gets away here. However, they get away, but they are going to lose both altars. And UuuuuuuuuU, oh, Hanzo actually going down in the bottom lane. Alpharak being able to go forward and get enough damage onto Hanzo to pick up that kill. Concept still down here in the bottom lane. Here's UuuuuuuuuU as well. Peng kind of caught out. Is the Iron Skin available? It doesn't look like it. The slows are starting to come in, but there's Slexia with the warp, getting Peng all healed up. The pull onto Concept just to show who's boss, and we're going to start rotating back to these lanes. UuuuuuuuU still ahead on the experience, a little bit ahead on the minions now, ahead on those hero kills, so it looks like they're going to be first to level 10. We'll see what they can do with this brief advantage. Checking in on the hero damage, it is Hanzo definitely leading the way for UuuuuuuU with nearly 15,000 so far. And Mephisto not that far behind with 12.5k. Artanis and Leoric have returned to the off-lane matchup, leaving the 4v4 down in the bottom lane here. There's the pull onto Duck Rogers once again. Coffee taking some big damage from Alpharak, though. Duck Rogers can't quite find the icing onto the backline, but drops the Zoning Blizzard just in case. Level 10 has arrived for UuuuuuuU. It is the Emerald Wind coming out, and the Blessed Shield. Oh, a fantastic Unstoppable from Alarak denies the Dragon Arrow from Big Bird. You saw that Blessed Shield, you saw the Dragon Arrow. It is Suppression Pulse for Artanis and Counter Strike for Alarak, as Big Bird gonna have to watch out for the gank squad of the Wind Train. UuuuuuuU setting up for the double altar phase in the top lane. Looks like Yuna is ready to cap the left-hand side, or are they going for an invade? Concept has the channel here. Looks like they're not going to be able to get over to the right. Slexia channeling the left. Alpharak not able to reach, and another fairly quiet altar phase as 32-20 is the score. Coffee manages to avoid the Entomb for now. But the avalanche is there. Duck Rogers sending Coffee way into the back line. Alarak still healthy, manages to get the counter-strike off, and the telekinesis to get out of there. Concept trying to get some damage done, but Leoric is going to go down here. And UuuuuuuU, now with the player advantage, we'll see what they can do. Ult's coming in for the Wind Train. It is the Durance of Hate for Mephisto. Raynor's Raider coming out for Raynor, so no Hyperion for the push. It is Entomb, the Massive Shove, and the Avalanche. Looks like UuuuuuU is going to pick up that left side camp while Yunalesca continues to duel Concept on these wave pushes. May looking for a possible gank. Raynor is pulled and silenced, but Alpharak is there with the Lightning Shield follow-up. Peng now replacing Duck Rogers' position, looking for that flank opportunity. There's the Raider coming on back. Peng is pushed back, allowing Raynor to get away. Big Bird just poking in on the edges, shredding away the armor of May. Duck Rogers going down to about half health here. There's the Condemn, the pull and the silence. Can they find it? Not quite in time. The trait from May is enough to keep Duck Rogers alive. We have a single altar phase coming through. It's going to be 5v5 down here in the bottom lane. Leoric trying to get that mid lane push. Looks like a possible flip. Ooh, the Phase Prism from Yunalesca landing just a slight bit too early, and they will not get the swap. Single altar phase. I think we might have a fight over this one. They're not able to trade now. We're going to have a full team fight here. Zoning Blizzard from Duck Rogers, splitting the members of UuuuuuuU for now. Peng looking for an opportunity to go in. Silenced by Stukov. Here comes the big blind from Artanis. Condemn, pull, and silence are good. There's the counter-strike. Stukov is actually going to be the first to fall here. Wind Train still trying to turn things around. The Durance of Hate onto the backline as Duck Rogers gets on the other side of Big Bird. Catching Slexia in the avalanche, but not the Hanzo. Concept trying to get away, but Ping is just keeping everyone slowed and in place. Leoric is next to fall. Alpharak on the retreat will go down. And that's 2 kills. 3 kills for UuuuuuuU. And they're going to put these shots at 32-16. Going for the camp steal now. They have the level 13 advantage, and they're going to be looking to grab some structure damage down in the bottom lane, as Dalzim has to back and the rest of the Wind Train has to regroup. Yuna heading on to the top lane, trying to get this big wave of XP. The rest of UuuuuuuuuU pushing down the bottom lane here with this Sapper camp. But the Wind Train is here for the defense. Leoric coming on from the outside. It's going to be a full 5-player defense here from the Wind Train. Duck Rogers goes in and gets the slow onto Coffee. But Alarak able to wiggle away for now. Hanzo using the trait to get over the wall. Slexia coming in with the warp to get Big Bird healed on up. So they're still working on this bottom fort. It's down to close to half health here. They're going to need another fight, another advantage before they can push down this lane. Duck Rogers is keeping an eye on this left side camp. UuuuuuuuU also controlling the vision here. Peng comes out of the bush. Big Bird trying to get away. There's the big pull silence onto 2. Counter-Strike whiffs onto Duck Rogers, but there is the Dragon Arrow. Mephisto is going to be the first to fall in this fight. Peng is body blocking Stukov in the back. Duck Rogers is just getting silenced over and over by this Alarak. Peng is relentless with the body blocks. Stukov going to go down here. That's 2 more kills for UuuuuuuU as they push down the bottom lane. The pull and the silence. Is it going to be a 3rd kill? Polymorph is there. Slexia looking for the magic spit, but will not land. Duck Rogers able to get away. But the bottom lane fort is going to go down as we have a triple altar phase coming in for UuuuuuuU. Looks like they will get this bottom altar. Yunalesca channeling the left side. Leo using that Wraith Walk to get in position. And we have... Oh, it's going to be the interrupt with the suppression pulse. UuuuuuU wants to get up here. They want all 3 of these altars. Yuna gets the flip. Coffee coming on in. Peng is... Oh no, we've got it in tune with the Durance of Hate combo. Oh, a fantastic Emerald Wind is going to save Coffee and Peng for now. And the fight is on. Alpharak dealing some big damage to Hanzo. Dalzim is chasing in with the Rainer's Raider. Slexia now being keyed onto. The rest of UuuuuuU is going to have to start peeling backwards here. Coffee manages to escape through the top lane, and somehow all the members of UuuuuuU manage to live. Really nicely done. The Wind Train do manage to pick up this altar, getting the 3 shots, but they're down to 6 points on their core to 29 here. They're going to have to get this bottom lane back in order if they want to push their way back into this game. They have the opportunity to take their own Sapper camp here. Duck Rogers keeping an eye out. UuuuuuU going to go ahead and pick up the Sapper camp on the left-hand side. Peng coming in, scouts out the camp seal, but will be a little bit too late for the invade. There's the Blizzard down for Duck Rogers. Uses the icing to get away just in case. And it will be the bottom lane taken back here by the Wind Train. 17 to 15. We're about to be even Talontiers. Wind Train about to pick up level 16. Peng keeping the middle lane pushed in, making sure to try to deny as much XP as possible on the way to level 10. Or on the way to level 20, I should say. Duck Rogers. Coffee with the pull and silence once again, just making life hard for the Mei. Yunalesca looking for the flip, finds Dalzim. Pops the armor and the healing, but there is the suppression pulse, and we may have another engage. Massive shove onto Slexia. It's going to make Brightwing move on back. Peng is now being chased hard by the members of the Wind Train. There's the Emerald Wind peeling away for Johanna. We do have a single altar phase, so the Wind Train will not lose off of this objective. Only 4 shots available with this altar. But if they don't take this team fight well, they could lose a lot of this map control. Dalzima's pulled and killed. Rainer blown up completely. The counter-strike goes out, looking for Alpharak, will not land, but the Dragon Arrow catches 4. Alpharak is going to warp away, but it's just going to come right back. Mephisto is down. That's 2 more kills for UuuuuuuU. Duck Rogers is next to fall. The swap onto Mia is there. The polymorph and the autos. That's 4 kills coming in for UuuuuuU. The pull is there. Oh, almost a 5th kill from Coffee. Are they going to stall out this phase? No, Slexia is going to pick up the altar, and I think UuuuuuU is moving towards the boss. Still 25 seconds till Stukov is back on the field. Lucio using the Wraith... Leoric using the Wraith Walk to try to head on up, but they're not going to be here for this defense. The boss is being taken down. Here comes Concept, is dismounted. Alarak will fall, but the game will go over to UuuuuuuuuU, and they put the first blood on the board. GG. Game number 1 is in the books. 14 kills to 2 there for UuuuuuuuU. Hanzo, Big Bird, leading the way with those big dragon arrows and the big hero damage. Almost 63,000 on the board. For the Wind Train, it was Raynor leading the way with the 42, but not far behind. Alpharak putting up the 41,000 damage for the Wind Train. Overall, it was a pretty fairly even through the early and mid game, but UuuuuuuU just with the combo synergy, the Alarak follow-ups with the Johanna slows, and those huge dragon arrows just taking all the team fights and eventually taking the game. Very nicely done. Take a quick look here at the talents, and then we'll get set up for game number 2. Alrighty, that's game number 1 in the books. UuuuuuuU putting the first point on the board, going up 1-0 in this best of 3 series. Once again, thank you all for the follows, the bits, the subs, all the support so far. We're going to be going to the break, and when we come back, it's going to be game 2. UuuuuuuU versus the Wind Train. Don't go far. Alright, welcome back. UuuuuuU putting up the first game victory over the Wind Train. Game number 2 is about to get underway. So let's take you over to the maps and remind you of the state of this series. Hanamura Temple, Volskaya Foundry, Dragonshire, and Braxis Holdout are banned away for this series. Towers of Doom was chosen by the Wind Train, but UuuuuuU put up the win on game number 1, and now UuuuuuU are taking us to Battlefield of Eternity for this next game. Looks like the lobby is about to be ready. Gonna be setting up for game number 2. Let's head back to the Crush Cam for now, make sure everything is good to go. Just need one more team and we'll be ready. During the break there, Miss Shinra, thank you very much for the follow. Thank you for supporting the channel. Hope you're having a good time tonight. Hope everyone's having a good time. Everyone's cheering on their folks. Fantastic stuff. I love seeing all the hype in the chat for these teams. Very, very good stuff. Game number 1 looked like a lot of comfort picks coming in there for UuuuuuU. We saw the Artanis from Yuna. We saw Coffee on the Alarak. Excited to see what they're going to do on a very particular map like Battlefield of Eternity, though. You don't get the same kind of rotations. You don't get the same kind of picks because you got to think about Immortal Burn. You got to think about positioning. So we'll see whether they want to adjust their draft at all, or if they're just comfy with their team fighting strategy. Let them know once again that I am ready. Make sure everything's all good to go. And we're going to get game number 2 here for just a moment. I saw a Polga Lagoat trying to scheme to make me do 1 billion squats Unlucky for you, I believe I have the channel point reward thing set so I do a maximum of 50 per stream. So you've still got some more time. Get those squats in, but you can't murder me on stream. I'm one step ahead of you. So close, so close. Maybe I should make that a sub goal, just like up the amount of pain that you can inflict upon me on any particular stream. That could be a good sub goal. You can stack everything else though. I've got the weights here for the curls. Unfortunately, I don't have a camera for the push-ups, so you just kind of have to take my word for it. Yeah, we're gonna have to figure out more ways for you to get me moving here on this stream. Who picked map? It was UuuuuuuuuU that chose Battlefield of Eternity here for game number 2. Looks like we've got a quick bio. We're going to be getting into the game here in just a moment. Not too long here. Yeah, I'm thinking about Battlefield of Eternity. You can still definitely do the Hanzo, you can still definitely do the Alarak. I'd love to swap in the Johanna for something like a Diablo, just take advantage of that mid-range. Clumsy, redeeming the drink water streamer. Good thing I got some more during that break. Gotta stay hydrated for these casts. Doing a whole lot of talking. Alright, looks like our draft is starting. Here we go. Game number 2, Battlefield of Eternity. First pick has switched priority. How much weight on the curls? I've got... I think they're set at 15 pounds right now. 15 pounds each. So definitely nothing to murder me with. But if I gotta do 30 curls or something, that's a lot. I've tried to set it so I'm not totally dead, but I've got more weight I can throw on if I need to. Wind Train thinking about their first ban here on Battlefield of Eternity. Are we going to see some respect bans come out? Are we going to see a continuation of the ban strategy? It is going to be Artanis taken off the board, so respecting the Artanis from Yuna. This would be a great Artanis map for the burn potential, so we will not see that in this game. UuuuuuuuU is actually going to ban away the Alarak. They don't want to give that away first pick over to the Wind Train, so they're just going to go ahead and ban that away. Interesting that they were... Usually we don't see Alarak first pick, but it's not like he... I mean, we saw him first pick last series. It's not like he can't be first picked, it's just not the one I usually expect. But UuuuuuuU respecting it enough to take it off the board here. Wind Train thinking about their next ban here. It's going to be Hanzo, so they're just making sure that UuuuuuuU doesn't get the exact same draft from last time. UuuuuuuU thinking about their next ban, so we've got a lot of, not the standard meta bans so far. I'm interested whether they're going to let D.Va through. They have the opportunity to ban it here. They leave things open. They're going to ban away the white main once again. So that must be a scouting choice to get rid of that white main. So D.Va's open, Chromie's open, Li Ming's open. A lot of opportunities here on Battlefield of Eternity. We'll see what the Wind Train is going to present with so far. The only two heroes they could still peel off last draft were Brightwing and Johanna, and I don't think those are first picks here on Battlefield. It's going to be Orphea coming in for Alpharak. Could I actually get the stats rolling this time? It didn't actually work last time. Come on. Give me the stats. There they go. All right. I'm going to have some hero stats this time. UuuuuuuU thinking about their next two picks here. It's going to be ETC coming in for Peng. And there's the D.Va, Big Bird, bringing in the mech pilot. So ETC and D.Va. Response picks, we've got Rhaegar and Raynor. Maybe something of a Bloodlust comp coming in here for the Wind Train. Interesting stuff. So Dalzim reprising the role on the Raynor. Mia switching over to the Rhaegar. Definitely big burn coming out from the Wind Train here. UuuuuuuuuU thinking about their next ban here. If we're looking at Bloodlust, I think maybe a Johanna ban could be in order. Instead, they're just going to take away the Mei. Want to remove the second possible game in a row for Duck Rogers on Mei. And it's going to be Kel'Thuzad, taken away from presumably Coffee by the Wind Train. UuuuuuuuU thinking about their next picks here. They've got their tank, they've got their off lane. What are they going to do about this Rhaegar Raynor situation? Brightwing, still kind of a possibility. Slexia will be reprising the role on the Brightwing here. We'll see what the next pick is going to be. Coffee is going to pick up that Cassia. Cassia did get a couple nerfs in a row, but is still doing very, very well, bringing a lot of dueling damage, bringing a lot of teamfight damage. The race isn't quite as strong. Duck Rogers does get that Johanna, so maybe we do have a Bloodlust comp coming out from the Wind Train. We'll see what Concept is going to pick up for that off lane. It's Duck Rogers playing Johanna. It's going to be Deathwing coming in from Concept. Very, very interesting here. So definitely not going to benefit from something like a Bloodlust, but just being a huge unstoppable presence here on Battlefield of Eternity. A lot of zone control Deathwing is capable of, so we'll see what Yunalesca can do in this off lane. Is it going to be the Leoric for that percent damage? No, it's going to be the Li Ming. So they're going to leave D.Va in that off lane. They're just going to use the big poke damage coming in from Li Ming to try to whittle down that Deathwing. Alrighty. Game number 2 is about to be underway. UuuuuuuU trying to close out this series 2-0. The Wind Train trying to even things up 1-1. Let's see who comes out ahead. Battlefield of Eternity. Let's get into it. Alrighty, here we go. Game number 2. On the left in the blue, it's UuuuuuuU. Pang is playing the ETC. Slexia on the Brightwing. Big Bird is on the Li Ming. I messed that up a little bit. Sorry, folks. Yunalesca going to be playing Cassia, and Coffee is on the D.Va. They did a little switcheroo on me there, so the overlay will not be quite correct. On the right in the red is the Wind Train. Dalzim on the Raynor. Alpharak is playing the Orphea. Duck Rogers on the Johanna. Mia is on the Rhaegar, and it is Concept on the Deathwing. Here we go. Game number 2, Battlefield of Eternity is underway. Checking in on those talents. Doesn't look like we've got a whole lot of stacking talents so far. Raynor still holding that pick. Will it be a trait build or will it be the Exterminator? Will it be the burn or will it be the hero damage? It is going to be the Exterminator for Raynor, trying to help out with that race. The waves will clash here. That lightning shield on the Johanna definitely going to help with clearing out that wave. Peng gets the slide onto Dalzim. Now going to have to try to get away here as Orphea dishing out the pain. Peng will be able to retreat and get healed up next to that Brightwing. Checking in on the top lane, Coffee going to be trying to harass Concept here. Going to be pretty difficult to get through that first plate of armor of Deathwing with those little auto attacks. But we'll see how that matchup shapes up. Continuing to battle, down here in the bottom lane are our two squads. It looks like UuuuuuuU has the better of the wave clear this time. Ooh, a fantastic Iron Skin coming out from Duck Rogers, denies the power slide from Pang. And these teams are both mostly just going to clear back and forth. If they do get the kill opportunity, you may see them move on to that bottom camp. But for the first 2.5 minutes, it's just going to be double checking, testing each other, waiting for someone to go out of position. Peng gets the slide through. Duck Rogers able to just move up. Oh, Yunalesca putting some big damage with that fend before the Iron Skin can pop. We're starting to get close to objective number 1 here. about a little over a minute away. Checking back in on that top lane, looks like Concept is mostly unharmed here, mostly due to that Dragon Soul ability at 1, keeping him nice and topped off. Duck Rogers catches 3 in the Condemn. Mia coming in for those butt bites onto Peng. There's the slide onto Rhaegar, though. UuuuuuuuuuuU followed him up with a little bit of damage here. And Peng rotating around, looking for a possible movement onto this bottom camp. Looks like Dalzim and Mia are moving onto the left side Shaman camp. UuuuuuuuuU on the Cassia moving over to the, the right side over there. The left side here for UuuuuuuuU. And they're getting set up for objective number 1 coming in 30 seconds here. Looks like in the top lane, they're just going ahead and sort of peacefully clearing these waves as much as possible. Coffee using those boosters to avoid the damage coming out from Deathwing as much as possible. Possible invade here, but the Shaman camp is taken fast enough by UuuuuuuU. And 10 seconds till our immortals spawn, as they set up for objective number 1. Duck Rogers playing very forward here, preventing UuuuuuuU from rotating around, and it is race positions here for the Wind Train. Getting some very nice early damage out. Peng a little bit stuck here, taking some big damage from Alpharak, is chased away by Concept. We're already at the halftime show, some fantastic burn coming out from the Wind Train, and we are going to be in burn positions. UuuuuuU is coming in for the defense. We'll see whether they can put up a solid defense here. Big Bird is throwing those abilities over the wall, trying to get some slow damage on the left-hand side. Yuna and Peng being keyed on by the members of the Wind Train. There is the mech explosion. 3 are stunned under the Immortal. Oh my goodness. Look at that play. Peng in the back line trying to get the last auto attack onto Mia. Duck Rogers is peeling away. Dalzim trying to pepper up Peng. But it's only Orphea that goes down. Somehow Dalzim and Duck Rogers manage to live there. But Orphea back on the field. The defense still has to be here. It's going to be Cassia and Li Ming trying to burn this down, but they've got a whole lot of health bar to work through. Coffee, Peng, and Slexia are here for the defense. Concept dropping right down in the middle. They're going to have to start peeling backwards. UuuuuuuU taking a lot of shields off this Immortal. Concept flying over with that Cataclysm. Coffee in deep, but manages to use the boosters to get on out of there. So UuuuuuuU fell very far behind in the first phase of that objective, but managed to catch up a lot there. And now they're going to be setting up for the defense in the top lane. Checking in on the XP, a little bit of a hero kill advantage for UuuuuuU so far. Pretty even so far, minions and mercenaries. So both teams going to be hitting level 7 about the same time here. D.Va and Deathwing down into the bottom lane. It's going to be 4v4 here in the top. Immortal shielding is taken out. Peng pushed back by the Immortal, manages to use the power slide to get away. Wall is going to be taken out here by the Wind Train, but as the objective moves on to the fort, we'll see how much further that they can go. Duck Rogers catches Peng in the Condemn and the Slow. Peng getting on the other side, but the Iron Skin coming out from Johanna, denying the displacement. And this fort is still fairly healthy on this objective number 1. Looks like the Wind Train going to be moving up to the top Khazar camp. Duck Rogers hanging out, trying to keep the rest of UuuuuuU busy. Peng catches the rotation, slides on through very aggressively. Dalzim takes a big hit from Li Ming. Peng getting warped over to by Slexia, staying nice and healthy. Very aggressive play there from Peng. They almost got the kill onto Dalzim, but managing to stay alive with the armor E and the Rhaegar heals was Dalzim. We do see the Seeker coming out from Big Bird, so when all 3 of those missiles hit, there's going to be some big damage, as we saw there onto Raynor. Big Bird being chased by Duck Rogers underneath the fort. Manages to get the Iron Skin out. Dalzim may be in some trouble, though. Peng gets the slide. It looks like Raynor will manage to get peeled for. These teams are clashing pretty hard here. Coffee getting back to base, trying to get healed up. Concept has been taken down to 3 armor plates in the bottom lane. Right now, it looks like the Wind Train a little bit ahead on this XP, starting to creep ahead with the mercenaries here. Still very, very close from our 2 squads, though. They'll hit level 10 about the same time as we get ready for Immortal number 2. UuuuuuuuuU taking the left side Shaman camp, right side picked up by the Wind Train. They've already taken the top Khazra camp, so they won't be able to rotate that way. They're just going to go ahead and clear this wave and get set up for the next Immortal. We'll see whether these teams are going to clash before level 10. Peng is here, looking for a slide in the backline, separating the members of the Wind Train with that face melt. Iron Skin already popped by Johanna. And it looks like the burn position is here for UuuuuuuuU. Coffee leading away the Wind Train as they move down to try to burn themselves. Concept is here as well. Still no level 10. There's the defense matrix from Coffee slowing things down. Cassia and Li Ming still in the top lane. Diva Bomb sent a little bit too far, just zoning away the members of the Wind Train. And we have gone to the halftime show. UuuuuuuU are a little bit ahead. We are in defensive positions here. Level 10's about to arrive for the Wind Train, also about to arrive here for UuuuuuuU. See what they pick up in the midst of this fight. There's level 10 for the red team. Blue looking for their level 10 as well, but they've got no one in lanes right now, so they're going to be hoping for that passive XP trickle. Coffee pushing Duck Rogers back along with the Polymorph. There's level 10. Both teams have their heroics for this defense. Rainer's Raider just being a pain in the backline. Looks like Peng and Big Bird trying to take it out. UuuuuuuU is here for the defense. There's the mini missiles coming out, slowing down Alpharak. Duck Rogers on the wrong side of things, getting the full fend. But there's the ancestral healing. Coffee is demeched. There's the Emerald Wind coming out from Slexia, trying to peel away for Diva. But Coffee's going to go down here. And the Wind Train are able to move up and start burning this Immortal. Concept actually taking some big damage. Oh my goodness, 3 are caught in the mosh pit. Big Bird starting to get those resets. Orphea down, Johanna down. Concept is trying to move through, but it's starting to get a little body block. Deathwing down as well. That's 3 counter kills for UuuuuuU, and they're going to move up and start burning this red Immortal. Massive mosh pit coming out there from Peng. Very nicely done. And objective number 2 going over to UuuuuuU in the blue. Looks like Dalzim going to try to pick up this camp for some counter pressure in the bottom lane. We are going to be heading to the top lane with this next Immortal. All the members of the Wind Train are back on the field here. They will be up for this defense. Deathwing currently hovering around the top lane, thinking about coming in here. And Deathwing drops down. Right now, it's Diva in the bottom lane. Rainer is still not quite here for the defense. So it's a 3v4 for now, as Slexia joining the rest of UuuuuuU. Dalzim joining the rest of the Wind Train, as this Immortal shield is already gone and it's already cleaved right through this fort wall. Starting to head onto the fort. Concept trying to heal up with that camp, with that well regen. Gets knocked down to 2 plates, and UuuuuuU is going to have to back on out of here. Wind Train once again moving on up to this camp. We'll see whether UuuuuuU spots it out and wants to move in for the pick. Looks like very, very fast camp clear from the Wind Train will deny any opportunity to get a counter invade. Top fort is very weak here. We'll see whether the Wind Train can go ahead and try to finish off this building. Unaleska moving forward with the Fen, trying to clear away this camp. Duck Rogers slowing things down, but the follow-up damage not going to be there. Diva and Deathwing have returned to the bottom lane. They're looking for level 13 for their respective teams. Once again, they're just kind of at a stalemate situation. Neither team can really move forward all that much with these strong frontline tanks. The clear continues for our 2 squads. Coffee actually moving right in here, pushing into Concept with that increased wave clear, has the Diva Bomb available. Peng moving aggressively across the map, looking for a possible slide onto Alpharak. Does get the stun, looking for the pushback. There's the Polymorph as well. Full fend is out, but the ancestral healing is there. Peng actually finding the mosh onto 1, but Cassia is taken out in the bottom lane before Slexia can pop that Emerald Wind. So that's a good kill coming out from the Wind Train onto Cassia right as these Immortals are spawning. Right side Shaman camp will be taken for the Wind Train. UuuuuuU working on that left side Shaman camp as well. Cassia will be back just as these Immortals are spawning. We are in defensive positions here, so we'll see how much burn the Wind Train can put on here. UuuuuuU still working on this camp. Alpharak moving on to things. Deathwing dropping down. UuuuuuU's going to have to scatter, and the Wind Train gets the camp steal. Peng sliding on through, managing to survive. There's the Diva Bomb, zoning away the members of the Wind Train. That poor Banshee from Raynor absolutely exploded there from the mech of coffee. But it looks like the Wind Train is getting all the burn that they need as they start pushing towards the halftime show here. UuuuuuuuuU is back in time for this defense. Orphea trying to throw out the abilities, and it looks like we're not at the halftime show just yet. Duck Rogers, taking a whole lot of damage, has to pop out that Iron Skin once again. Peng is just wreaking havoc in the back line, forcing the Wind Train to start moving backwards, and UuuuuuuuU saving their Immortal for now. Deathwing looking for a possible flank here. Big Bird just trying to throw in those abilities, slowly weaken over time. This red Immortal. Raynor's Raider back on the field. Duck Rogers taking the full brunt of those magic missiles. Seeing the value in that level 7 talent. There's the Mosh onto 2 once again, is quickly interrupted, but that's enough for Orphea to go down. UuuuuuuuU picking up the kill. Peng having to back on out of there. The Emerald Wind peeling for ETC. Duck Rogers taking big damage from UuuuuuuuU, but Mia is on the chase. There's the Ball Lightning from Cassia. Rhaegar is in a lot of trouble here, needs one more auto attack. Coffee is on the chase. Johanna down, Rhaegar down, but there's the counter kill onto Brightwing. Raynor now taken out. Deathwing is the only member left for the 4 members of UuuuuuuuU, and Concept is going to have to head on down to the bottom lane. Very low are the members of UuuuuuuU, and still 20 seconds before Brightwing can warp on back and start healing up the blue team here. Just now triggering the halftime show. It looks like we are in neutral positions. UuuuuuuU still working on the clear here. Very low. Brightwing just now about to come up. Peng trying to catch this bottom wave. It looks like the burn will be fast enough. Here comes Brightwing trying to heal up the members of UuuuuuuU, and they will pick up this next Immortal phase. Looks like it's going to be pushing the top lane. Yeah, top lane push will be coming in for the blue team. As Unileska trying to catch up this wave. They're going to have level 16 for this push, so they're going to have that tier advantage. We'll see whether they can take advantage. Concept clearing out this wave in the bottom, going to get some counter push opportunities, making use of that global. There's the polymorph onto Duck Rogers, forcing out that Iron Skin very early. Oh my goodness, Orphea taken 100-0 by Cassia and Li Ming. So there's the pick they needed. They've got the level 16, they've got the 1-player advantage. The fort is down. We'll see how far that they can go here. Peng looking for the slide onto Raynor, just coming up a little bit short. They're at full strength. Bottom fort was taken out by the Camp and Deathwing, looking to drop on down. But this fort wall is being pushed. Concept drops in. Wall is being bullied down by UuuuuuuU. Mia going in, trying to clear this Immortal. Coffee in the back line, has to clear away from this keep. You start seeing those mirror balls coming in from Big Bird. Duck Rogers gets the Ancestral Healing to stay alive. Concept dropping the Cataclysm to try to push back the members of UuuuuuuU. Diva Bomb put out to zone away the Wind Train, and it looks like UuuuuuU is on the retreat. Wind Train not going to let him, though. Duck Rogers keeping the slow onto Peng. They have level 16 themselves now. Looks like the Encore will be enough. Coffee looking to zoom on away. Still has to get the mech. There it is. Gets the stun. Uh-oh. There's the Blessed Shield coming out onto Big Bird. Li Ming trying to port away. Silence onto Duck Rogers, though. Burns right through the Iron Skin. Peng gets the kill, but it looks like it's going to be a counter kill. Both tanks are down. Coffee waiting in the bush. Gets the stun onto Alpharak. Coffee in some trouble here. Alpharak is on the chase. Oh my goodness. Big Bird with another huge mirror ball. Takes down Orphea again. The Raider is on the chase. Big Bird trying to get away. There's the kill onto Rhaegar in the top lane. Cassia dealing the damage. Concept warding away with that big Molten Breath. There's the Ball Lightning onto Dalzim. Unileska somehow, some way staying alive. Big Bird gets the kill onto Raynor. And this fight is helter-skelter, but UuuuuuuU is picking up all the kills. Big Bird is on the chase. Concept does not have a mount. There's the Mirror Ball once again. Look at the chunk. But Deathwing manages to get into the air and survive. Oh my goodness. Just kills left and right. checking back in on that XP and an extra 6,000 experience for UuuuuuuuuU on those hero kills. They're a little bit behind on the mercenaries. They're ahead on the minions, and they're going to be looking for level 20 first, as these immortals are now starting to spawn. Shaman Camp's going to be picked up from our 2 squads, as we are in defensive positions here. Pang moving across the map, and it looks like Big Bird is going to start landing those big mirror balls onto the objective. Micro missiles from Coffee just slowing down. Duck Rogers and Concept coming in for a big flank here, though. Concept going right in, landing that big W. Trying to get as much damage as possible is Coffee and Big Bird. Those big mirror balls, my goodness. Just chunking out this Immortal. Duck Rogers doing their best to keep Li Ming away. There's the Molten Breath, going to push back Slexia and start that Incineration tick. UuuuuuuuU is starting to push on in, though. The Wind Train being forced back. And this is a bad spot for the Wind Train because Li Ming is exactly where they want to be, forcing this halftime show. Meanwhile, in the top lane, we do have 2 catapults and a Shaman Camp pushing. Looks like UuuuuuuU is going to have to deal with that. Yuna going on back to handle that. Peng trying to get it here for the defense. UuuuuuU still working on that burn. Slexia managing to get away from the Condemned. Big Bird throwing out big damage. Looks like there's going to be a little bit of a reset as Cassia clearing away that top lane. Big Bird still throwing out the mirror balls. And the Wind Train has sort of abandoned their defense for now, allowing Big Bird to get onto the Immortal. Look at how much damage Duck Rogers just took. Managed to pop the Iron Skin and get the heals coming in from Rhaegar. But it looks like this next Immortal is going over to UuuuuuuU with a healthy amount of shields. Heading straight down to the bottom keep, wasting no time at all. The Immortal will be coming in behind, but they're taking the opportunity to get this bottom wall. Peng looking for the slide. Uh-oh, getting caught under the fort here. Coffee will take the aggro for now. Duck Rogers managing to tap the well. Concept goes in with the Cataclysm. Level 20 still a ways off here for UuuuuuU. But this Immortal very, very healthy, pushing down this bottom keep. There is the Diva Bomb into the back line, zoning forward the members of the Wind Train. There's the Mosh Pit, but it's going to be countered by the Eternal Feast. There goes Pang. And that's... Oh, Orphea taken down as well, so it's a tank for a DPS. We'll see how much further UuuuuuU can get with this Immortal. Keep is going to go down here. Concept is very low on health. As UuuuuuU looking to push in, Duck Rogers just barely avoids the mirror ball. Unaleska gets the big fen. Duck Rogers somehow still alive. Oh, and the reset is in. Johanna is down. The core shielding is gone. Deathwing is down. Raynor is down, and it looks like UuuuuuU is cruising to a 2-0 series victory. Very well done. GG. All right, taking a look at the post-game summary. 17 kills to 6 coming in for UuuuuuU. Just turning those fights whenever they had the opportunity, getting those big Li Ming resets, and cruising on to a second victory. Big Bird on the Li Ming, dealing out the pain, nearly 82,000 hero damage. Concept on the Deathwing, actually topping the charts pretty much across the board. Top of the siege, top of the hero damage, and top of the experience gained. Very nicely done. Did definitely cause a lot of havoc there in the early game, but as that magic missile build from Li Ming came online, such a big hitbox from Concept was very quickly burned away post 16. And UuuuuuU with the 2-0 victory. Take a quick look at the talent screen, and we'll see if we can get an interview with our winners. Alrighty, let me go ahead and whisper the captain. Whisper. See if we can get an interview with our winning squad. Alright, looks like we're going to get someone joining me in just a moment. Pull up my stats here. Hope everyone in chat had a fantastic time watching this series. Gonna be getting an interview here in just a moment. And there we are, Slexia. Congratulations on the 2-0 victory.
Hey, thank you.
Gotta feel good. Pretty clean victory there. Was
Eh,
How did the drafts go for those 2 games? It looked like you got pretty much
So,
everything you needed there in game 1.
yeah, in game one, I felt like it was a free for all. Like we just could pick whatever we wanted. You know, second game, it was obviously harder. We did have KTC or KTZ ready in the wings, and then they banned that third. So we had to do a lot of switching around. First, we had Big Bird on the Diva, and Coffee was going to play Greymane, and was possibly going to play KT. Um, and we're freaking out the last draft, and I think it carried over into the game in the beginning, and we really, got our stuff together and pulled out that W. But we did swaps, so Yuna ended up playing Cassia, Coffee ended up on Diva, and Big Bird on the Li Ming. So, we knew what we needed to win. And we did it. We anticipated they'd possibly pick the Deathwing too. So we did what we could. But yeah, we had to give up a lot in order to get that win. We knew we had to wait until Coffee had his bomb to push together as 5, and we did it.
Very, very well done. Yeah, we definitely it was a lot more I'll say even in the early game there in game number 2, but pulling things together in those team fights, looking fantastic down the end stretch there. Talk to me about Diva, new in NGS this week, looking very, very powerful so far. Do you think Diva is as powerful as all the drafts are showing, or
Absolutely.
where do you think Diva fits in these comps?
I think she is very powerful right now. Her sustain is insane. Her zoning potential is still there. The utility she brings to fights with her various abilities is something that if you get the opportunity to play it, if you have someone that knows how, like you do it, especially on a map like that where, you want to fight under your immortal and have those extra stuns. So we really tried to play with that style.
Yeah, we saw some definite disruption. The Diva's well known for is still definitely there with the rework. And the zone potential of that bomb is still as potent as ever. Very nicely done there. Talk to me a little bit about how Gladiator's Medallion has landed for you. We're starting to get a few weeks in, but it's still a fairly new concept. Is that something that your team is able to take a lot of advantage of, or is it still something you're trying to get used to?
No, we do take advantage of it if we can. When I'm playing Brightwing, I feel like I don't take as much advantage of it as I would if I were playing like a DPS hero. But for example, let's say Ping is playing his Garrosh and he goes the Unstoppable talent. He also has that cleanse. He's a little bit more ballsy as a tank. And then, our DPS players definitely use it to really save themselves, sort of like a Hail Mary if they need it. And I know Yuna does utilize it in the offlane as well.
Okay, yeah. We've seen some great usage so far in NGS. There's some teams that seem to be struggling a little bit with it so far, but we saw some really good self-cleanses coming out from both squads today. It was really good to see.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just taking a look there, just talking about the map bans for a second, Hanamura has pretty much made the map bans in almost all the series that I've done. Is it for you guys? Is Hanamura just not a place you're interested in working out strategies for, or is there some sort of strategy gap there that just makes it not something you want to deal with?
We don't want to play on that map necessarily. Of course, we have a strategy for it. And there's just a very clear strategy to win that map. I think everyone's aware. I'm not going to disclose it now because I know some people are scouting us in chat, and I don't really want to talk about it. But
for sure, no problem.
There are definite clear ways to win that, and it's just something that we don't want to play on. We have gone to Battlefield of Eternity, and quite a bit. So we do like the team fights, Crushinator. We like the team fighting maps.
That's true. Hanamura, not the biggest on the team fights. You just kind of skirt around the edges and try to macro your way to victory.
Right.
So given how well you guys have been doing in the team fights, it makes sense that Hanamura is not really on your pick list.
Right. And so like if we can, we'll just ban it. If we ever end up there, that's fine. And with the bans like Volskaya was honestly because typically we'll ban Dragonshire and it's like, I don't know, let's just ban Volskaya. It was just a ban because we needed one. But yeah.
All right, fantastic stuff. So that's the third win for UuuuuuuuU, I believe. In the
It's actually I think it's our fourth win.
Is it your fourth win? Oh wow.
We did
Oh
play
yeah,
a
you got
flex
the
match.
That's
Yeah.
right. You got the flex
So-
match victory. So 4-0 so far, cruising in B West here.
I
Looking
think this
forward
puts
on the
us in
schedule.
first place, honestly, Crushinator.
I believe so, especially with that flex match and having 0 losses. It wouldn't surprise me.
We've lost one map, and I know that Lurk Patrol has lost 2. So I'm excited. And let me be very clear, that second game was very tough. And shout outs to the Wind Train. They really played very well in the beginning and towards the end. Like they did a great job. And I know you didn't ask this, but I want to shout out specifically Peng on that in that second game. His moshes were on point. His target calling was exceptional. Now, did we all go to his targets at all times? No. But did they die? Yes. You know what I mean? So
Oh, for sure.
It was a anyway. I don't
Peng
know.
was always out front looking for those opportunities, and man, just knowing exactly how forward they needed to be, picking up those picks, and yeah, fantastic work by Peng there.
Having Yuna on Cassia, given that she plays Bruiser so often, is always a treat because she's aggressive anyway as a player. So that was good to see, and obviously Big Bird just knowing when to throw out the orbs and get those resets was absolutely amazing.
Really, really nicely done by all the members there. So that puts you, that I just double checked, you're definitely first place there in B West. Looking forward in the calendar, are there any other teams that you're sort of looking forward to facing in the schedule? Any rivals upcoming?
Yeah, we're looking forward to facing Lurk Patrol. Obviously, they've been neck and neck with us. We were a little apprehensive about this match because had it gone differently, they could have tied with us, I believe. So, you know, we're just keeping our eyes out, doing scouting when we can, and really just not trying to fix anything that isn't broken. And if we can get our comfort picks, we're going for it. You know, we don't have any Galaxy Brain strats or anything that's going to blow people away with our picks. Like, wow. Ooh, 3 Vikings in bottom lane on Braxis? What? With the rest of the team? Like, with nothing like that.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you got to stick with what works, and it's absolutely working. All right. So once again, congratulations on the 2-0 domination. Any shout-outs you'd like to make before we close things out here?
Yeah, absolutely. Shout out to the whole team, to Peng, Coffee, Yuna, Big Bird, and Imran, our sub. Shout out to you for casting. Shout outs to the Wind Train for the great games, and shout outs to NGS and everyone in chat that was cheering us on.
Chat was all up in there, cheering on the teams today. It was fantastic to see. All right, well, Slexia, thank you very much for joining me. Congratulations on the win, and good luck going forward.
Thank you.